Alright, it's time. It's time to dive into Control again. I started this game a couple of years ago, but for some reason, probably because of Final Fantasy XIV, I stopped playing it, and somehow, it happens, the game just falls off from your memory. And I never returned to it, and recently I've actually finished Alan Wake 2. It also reminded me that this universe is completely connected, related, and mentioned. And next game, I suppose, for Remedy will be Control 2. So I just have to finish it finally. Just have to finish the game. So I'm gonna throw into the loop Control. We'll probably also play Baldur. I'm in Act 3 in Baldur's Gate. But still like quite a while to go until the end. So I'll switch it up. I'll play a couple of days of Control, a couple of days of Baldur's. I also played WoW off stream to chill out, so I might throw that in at some point on stream. So that's the plan for now. I'm gonna start a new game. I have a save file, but I kind of don't want to, start from some checkpoint. I feel like I've done like 5 missions, 5 main missions, something like that. So it's better to just start over and be done with it. New game. There's no difficulty? Huh, okay. Maybe later.
Warning.
Maybe from the menu.
This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am.
The Bureau of Control.
I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it, and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth.
Artie?
They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why
Man, it
did
looks
you
so
bring me
much better
here?
with this graphics card. I've tried it on 1070. I also played a mod that adds DLA,
Anyone here?
better anti-aliasing, and improves color banding by using 10-bit 10-bit color and other tweaks. But I definitely could tell. I immediately could tell the graphical fidelity improved and the colors. Was it a toggle? Yeah, it's a toggle. I don't know if I want to use it as a toggle. You know what? No, I'm gonna swap it. Probably to... What was it? Gameplay. Hold. Hold to sprint. Yeah. More used to that. Certain objects are not allowed inside the barrow. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, everything smart. Because anything could be an object of power. I remember a bit of the story. It's basically like a SCP nightmare. Where of control is controlling different anomalies, objects that have undescribable powers or effects. They're dealing with the weird stuff. Is there a toggle for walk? The only thing that bothers me when playing those games on keyboard is that you can't, you know, enjoy the analog movement. Where you could go slower, you could sprint, you could walk faster. Honestly, they should have just created a keyboard with analog stick to the side. Toggle. Toggle crouch, toggle sprint, toggle walk. Numpad. Okay.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Dr. Darling himself. Artie. And the director, Mr. Max Payne. Max Payne.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Oh. Are they singing a song?
Hello? Hey,
I think this happens a little bit earlier than Alan Wake 2 happens.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin johan on helvetti. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all.
Yeah, he can hear your thoughts too.
No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him. the cell. And the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since.
I think she means reality. The hiss.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Out of research overdrive.
Shit. Shit. So you want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
So, from Alan Wake, I remember reading those diaries. AWEs are
This place.
persons that can...
Where am I?
Alan and Jesse are people that can use objects of power. And they gain powers. Not all humans can wield them. I don't remember the reason for Trench's suicide. When who exactly is the board? I don't think I've played enough to let the game explain it.
The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
Oops. Forgot that I don't have the dash yet. I think when they said the service weapon, they also, like, the subtitles in the conversation with the board said only the director can take gun/sword. I feel like this weapon, previous form was a sword, and it just can morph with time, or with the perception of a weapon concept. You know.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Here's the hiss.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... her.
And yeah, she was protected by some kind of entity too. That much I remember. Polaris, I believe it was. Its name was Polaris. Some entity that protects our protagonist.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance.
Oh! What is my difficulty? Is there even a difficulty? I guess not.
Just the dead man. Okay.
We checked out the suspected AWE in the Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning cloth dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one in the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Agent Keenan.
sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Distorts reality.
Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Also kind of interesting how after you get the gun, immediately everyone knows that you're the director. Like, kind of similar to the way the Alan Wake works. That place.
Director Faden.
The
Call me
story
Jesse.
writes something and
Okay,
everyone
Jesse.
starts to
I'm Emily.
kind of like
But
twist
somehow
and remember
this
that
hostile force, this
twisted
hiss,
story bit
That works.
as reality.
somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
I've only one outfit?
Has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
Control points are like parts of the room that don't change the structure, as the oldest house is changing structure from time to time. Those control points don't. Where was she? Here? North room.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
So the possessed just dissipate into nothingness, I guess,
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here.
after death.
I'll risk it. Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved
Yeah, I wonder what
us.
happened to Darling.
A few of us.
I've seen his videos
And
on
Director
TV in
Trench
Alan
would
Wake
know.
too.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
Okay, he's probably possessed.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know.
It's like an interlude between episodes.
Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world.
I believe the road to that room leads through Ocean View Hotel.
What's shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Parallelitarian is the person that can wield objects of power, like Alan Wake and Jesse.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Okay. Enter the communication department to find hotline.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Or low speed. Yep. Can I clear this room?
Yes, it's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. I'm with you on that.
Oh. I need something to remove the gas.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. He got paranoid at the end. Federal Bureau of Control was established in 1964. Not that long ago. Yeah, there it is again. Week 83 report. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. So they had appointed, the Bureau appointed a mission to find the Ocean View Hotel somehow. I think those VHS show Jesse's past, like this caricature.
Hey, Meg, what's wrong?
My mom's dead.
I'm so sorry, Meg. What happened?
I don't know. He blacked it out.
It's like the director says.
This is the cover-up story.
Children both start with C.
The director's a puppet. A dirty, rotten, fat person.
Dad says my mama went missing in actions. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Telfer. We'll find your mama together.
Yeah. Not creepy at all. His life is in your hands. Everyone's safety depends on you. Let's work hard.
object of power. Such a hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Was it a giant floppy drive?
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings?
Who is
I'm
the
not
board?
their director. I'm no one's director.
So she binds the floppy, but I guess she doesn't have to carry it with her? But she should. Would make
I got
sense.
it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Interesting. Missed? Another shuttle. Shelter number. This doesn't have a number. Book Club Samson.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
So, you know, this kind of reminds me of the Possessed by the Darkness in Alan Wake. The possessed, the shadowed, a shadowed person basically repeats its last, I guess, its negative last thoughts in a loop. It's like a broken radio. And this sounds kind of similar.
Locked. Maybe there's a key nearby. This must open the door.
Oh, look at the face. Holy fuck. What happened to him? His lower jaw got chopped up or ripped out.
They can fly now. Great.
Ow.
I have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Object of power that makes a person disappear or teleports them.
Alberto Tomasi. Head of comms.
All right, take
This
this
got
down.
him.
The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana
didn't look
was
like the
caused by
person on the
sonic
photo.
weaponry
He
in
was
the
bald
hands
and
of a
skinny.
foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
The hotline can't be far now.
Hotline security log. August, September, and October. Director Trench called a lot. Field Everett, custodian. Last call was Carl Bishop. He called once.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with black pyramid.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
I think if you ring the bell, it changes the open door. Yeah.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
It opens only 3 of them. I think this gives us, will unlock the dash.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily. People react
Should be a
strongly
shortcut.
when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from a body home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered the room keeper performing a ritual. The key opened the door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. By pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Barrow have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. It's like a crossroads. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Barrow home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in a bunch of sectors. I wish I could hear some conversations from the NPCs. Alan Wake has done a good job about that. Like, everyone has something to say. Every NPC that you encounter. It might be two phrases, but still it's something. Is it me or... the NPC? Yeah, and even the NPC is the same. Literally the same face. This one is different. It's kind of funny, like literally 5 meters away. Maybe it's his brother. I don't know. Maybe it's his brother.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss?
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He is gone.
Salvador? He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jessie Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I have dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Mr. Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's psychology becomes reliant on the Hiss? More work to be done.
Hi, Jesse.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Singing? Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
I heard the Hiss attack the power plant. Brings up a lot of new questions. Are they communicating? Coordinating? What if...
Pop pop pom.
Our plan is largely confidential. No use guessing the Hiss's motives if we don't even know what. Kind of energy it uses.
What do you mean? It has to be a fusion reactor. There's no other way to create that kind of energy output, right?
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face. The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office.
Yeah.
Is Ahti guiding me too? The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Whoop.
What's down that way?
Janitor's office. Let's speak to Artie first.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ati here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ati. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
Yeah. You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, that this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the banter around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps.
Yeah, I remember
and
that
the
part. I've
power
read about it.
generators, otherwise the power plant
I think
will blow.
the power plant is...
But don't you worry. I've left
It's really
clear
fucked up.
instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of
Maybe
it.
his
as soon
vacation
this
is
crisis
in
gonna be last winter's
Bride's Fall.
You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ati.
So basically, there's the first director or something, pensioner he mentioned. There is a person in the power plant locked away in the core. I believe he was locked in a fridge, and he's basically he's stuck in a persistent state of burning up or something like that, and I believe they're using him trapped there as a power source. That's so fucked up. That's so
Burn the
fucked up.
trash. Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer, not into a moose.
Another TV show. I think they made them draw what they saw.
I'm drawing the pyramid.
The what?
The pyramid.
What's a pyramid?
The Black Pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it? It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that white and never find your way back home.
I miss my home.
Ugh, this place makes me nauseous. An object of power. How do you think it got down here? A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy? Let's see the Hiss keep up with me now.
It's time for a coffee break, son. Coffee.
Man, I can't. I wonder what kind of role Artie will play in, maybe in Control 2 later. He will probably mention the events of Alan Wake 2 in some way.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
Hey, are you new? Go talk with Chief Arish in the security booth. He's in charge here. Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities,
We're also
please.
gonna get the formal war.
Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew this was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
I have a feeling the Salvador will be already possessed.
What's your read on this?
Energy conversion's well below the
Oh, there we go. We actually have some
internal pressures climbing
conversations.
so fast, I'm amazed the NSC is still holding. When it blows, we're all going with it.
Oh, thanks, Frank. Positive.
He's just a realist. If someone in the sector is asking about Artie, just tell him you'll handle it and leave it at that. Under no circumstances should any personnel intervene with his day-to-day routine. I told you everything I know about him, so you could better deal with his odd habits. But yes, it's still very much a classified matter. Huh.
When the converters and coolant pumps are working again, we should be able to get this baby back down to a safe temperature. I hope.
What do you know about the hiss?
Not much, only what I've seen. Well, they use the same tactics that Marshall and Salvador taught us, which makes me think that the hiss haven't completely erased the people inside, which is a pretty fucking horrible thought. Or they're just using whatever they find in their victims' heads. In any case, they are really eager to get inside the power plant.
Why do you think that is?
Shit, I don't know. They want to make my life harder?
What do you do here, Arish?
Security chief of the maintenance sector. I make sure all the weird shit down here doesn't bother the maintenance crews. Learned everything I know from Salvador. The best security agent this bureau has ever seen.
And you like your job?
I love it. You know, everyone thinks that maintenance is the lowest rung on the ladder just because we fix pipes instead of writing memos, but I gotta be honest. These are the bravest people in the goddamn building. I'm proud to work with them.
I've done a few odd jobs with these kind of folks. They say what they mean. I like that.
What exactly is the power plant?
Listen, I only know what Salvador told me, but I know it generates all the electricity for the Bureau, and it's got two very simple rules. Rule 1, keep it below a certain temperature. Rule 2, don't ever, ever open it. Oh, and 3, it's classified, so I shouldn't ask.
Sounds like secrets are standard operating procedure around here.
Oh, yeah. It's all part of the job.
What do you know about the service weapon?
Not much. That thing is director only. Salvador told me by the time he saw Trench use it. Sounds like that gun can do some serious damage. Yeah, I did see pictures of it once, though, and it looks different to that thing you're carrying. You modded or something? It's new.
Is new a good thing?
Given the circumstances, I'd say new was our best bet.
Do you know this Ati guy?
Of course. He's my favorite coffee break buddy. Dude has got some crazy stories. He probably knows more than anyone else around here, if you can make sense of what he's saying.
Any idea where he's from?
Finland.
Guessing Sweden.
He's from where he's from. Look, there are just some stones that are better left unturned, you know?
I should be going.
Right. You got a lockdown to lift.
Right, I'm gonna end it here and continue tomorrow. Abilities, I'll probably start with launch. Alright.